Classroom Elite is well known for its number of attractive female characters, and Classroom Elite is also known as a harem story where Ayanokoji keep making a new girl fall in love with him. If we try to find the root for that phenomenon, we will find it in Volume 6 of the first year arc. Not because Shina Hiyori was introduced in this volume, but because there is finally a girl who made a romantic move toward Ayanokoji, and eventually created a chain reaction to the other love interest. Following the event of the previous volume, Satomaya officially becomes the first girl who openly made a move on Ayanokoji. She was interested in him simply because he runs fast, and I actually like how Sato's character is written. No complicated drama, no fated encounter, but just a simple high schooler crush that is bold and direct. It's fun to see Sato's action bring a wave of change that manages to sweep the slow girls such as Kei and Sakura, because if they never get any competition, it will take a few volumes for them to actually make progress. Sato is a cheerful girl who likes to socialize even with boys like Ika and Yamochi, and she didn't mind letting everyone know what's going on in her mind, so she is the perfect girl to silently threaten Kei as the main heroine. Sato's presence is proven effective to push the romance agenda further. In the same volume, we see Sakura finally gather her courage to join Ayanokoji's group, and while she didn't really show it, Kei also starts to notice Ayanokoji more, and worried about his relationship with Sato. Other than Sato, this volume also introduces another two girls that have the potential to become love interests, Shina Hiyori and Hasaba Haruka. Both of them were introduced to become a new friend of Ayanokoji. Haruka is written to be a proactive friend that fulfills Ayanokoji's need to hang out and have fun together, while Hiyori is written to be a quiet friend that could still accompany Ayanokoji even when he wants to be alone. Even though we didn't get much of their character in this volume, their side stories made it pretty clear that they are indeed written to walk on the path of love interest. With the addition of two of them, Ayanokoji now has 5 different love interests that are really close to him. It is such a huge upgrade compared to just Sakura, but it's quite intriguing that Kinugasa chose to not include Horikita or Ichinose on the list. Other than Kei, the other 4 are just normal friends without any deep connection, so I can say Kinugasa wanted Ayanokoji to experience normal and simple feelings before actually introducing a more serious love interest. The introduction of more love interests in Ayanokoji's group also works to broaden Ayanokoji's social circle, because apparently both Ika and Yamochi don't want to hang out with him anymore after his performance on the relay. So in conclusion, Volume 6 is the beginning of Ayanokoji's popular phase. Not only did he get more attention from the girls, but he also stopped being a part of the bottom caste in class. It's a good thing that Kinugasa decided to explore more students in Class D instead of keeping them as an NPC. With a new group of friends and more possible conflict between characters, this volume feels more lively to read than the previous volume. And now let's talk about the special exam and the true conflict of this volume. Personally speaking, the special exams based on academics were never my favorite, and the paper shuffle is not an exception. This exam where the students need to be paired and pass a certain score feels so simple and not really interesting, so it's better to see this exam as the device that lead to a greater conflict, which is the hostile relationship between Horikita and Kushida. This volume finally reveals the reason why Kushida hold a lot of grudges toward Horikita and wants her to be expelled, and we also see a glimpse of Kushida's past that explains why she has a nasty hidden personality. Although I think her story that could destroy the entire class is a bit exaggerated, Kushida's story perfectly explains why she really tries to befriend everyone, and why she cannot tolerate even the smallest possibility of her past getting exposed. Kushida conflicts with Horikita really saved this volume, because other than her, there is nothing else that is really important to talk about. We get to see how Ryuen easily figure out the traitor inside his class, and how he starts to investigate the true mastermind behind Class D, but that was just a warm-up that doesn't need to be taken seriously. However, we got to see an impressive mind game at the end of the volume. Even though Ayanokoji once again took a passive action in this exam, he really saved Horikita from the worst possible ending by playing with Ryuen's ego. The way Ayanokoji offers 3 different options to Ryuen and knows full well which one he will take shows us that he already has a complete understanding of Ryuen, while Ryuen still doesn't even know who he is. However, Ryuen once again shows us why he is not a disappointing antagonist. Instead of getting pissed or discouraged, he took his defeat as a challenge and finally committed to finding out the mastermind. The scene where Ryuin takes out K photo on his phone honestly gives me a goosebump, and it was an intense cliffhanger that managed to make us cannot wait for the next volume to come.